G'day and welcome to Frybat, Friday Beers and Tools with Andy. And Happy New Year to you. This is the first Frybat for 2022. It's been a very busy holiday season for me in retirement now. Lots of work being done to the house and very special beginning the shed. But that's another video. Today is about the beer. Today's beer is from the Hobart Brewing Co. and it is their cream ale. What does the Hobart Brewing Co. have to say about cream ale? Happy Friday, by the way. This is an easy drinking American style beer that walks the line between lager and an ale, showcasing the best of both worlds. Distinctly smooth and crisp, kind of like me, and boasting a fantastic mouthfeel with the addition of maize, this beer is designed for simple, everyday drinking. Isn't all beer designed for that? Simple beer, made well. 4.8% ABV, IBU of 20, and the hops that they use is Tasmanian Cascade hops. Happy Friday. Very easy drinking. Very uncomplicated. Very basic beer. American style beer. Definitely smooth and creamy. Not a lot of kick, not a lot of pizzazz. Mouthfeel, yeah, definitely. It's beer. Yeah, sorry Cam, it's not a really great beer. It's an okay beer. I think I've done one of the Hobart Brewing Co.'s previous ones. If I have, I'll put it in the Frybat link up here. And for memory, it was a nice beer. This one's, yeah, really. There's nothing wrong with it per se. It's just not, doesn't jump at me. Doesn't jump at my taste buds. Alright, on the Spanner scale. Got to get back into it for this year. On the Spanner scale, the Hobart Brewing Co. Cream Ale. Definitely easy drinking. Definitely smooth. Definitely creamy. Just not a lot of flavour. No, not my kind of beer. That's a 2 out of 5 Spanners for me. Alright, let's get into this week's tool. So many of you have seen me buy brand new tools and give a review or my first impressions of them before actually having to use them. This one is a bit different. Given all of the work that I've been doing lately, I had a need for a cordless random orbital sander, doing some gyprocking work in my house. This is the Makita DB-O 180Z, and it is a 125mm or 5-inch cordless random orbital sander, and of course it fits in with my LXT range, the 18-volt range. For a change, a well-used tool. Still has a lot of gyprock dust on it, and in fact still has a 240 grit sandpaper on it. I have been using it with a 4 and a 5 ampere hour battery, and runtime is quite amazing actually. I couldn't tell you exactly how long, but considerable enough time to get a fair bit done. It does have a Makita dust collection system built into it, which has a bag, a replaceable bag in there. So far I've just emptied the bag and all seems to be fine. I have also connected a vacuum cleaner up to the back of this rather than the dust collection box, and that works quite well too. It has 3 speeds, a little 3-speed control here, and quite noisy. That's top speed, second speed, and low speed. Being random orbital, it does not generate swirls. It actually randomly, so it could be used as a polisher as well on a vehicle. You'd need to be careful. I suppose you don't need dust collection while you're polishing, but yeah, it's definitely usable as a random orbital polisher as well. What an amazing little addition to my LXT range. This was $192, and I think that's the best price you'll find them for in Australia. Did buy it as a skin in this box. Just comes with the unit, and you have to add your own battery, but it does have the dust collection come with it as well. Powerful. It's not exactly the lightest. It weighs 1.7 kilos with the battery on, which is getting up there. It's not so bad when you're working below shoulder height, but as soon as you start sanding above shoulder height, it's fatiguing that amount of weight after a amount of time. But still, you should be using a trestle and working below shoulder height anyway. Anything you do above shoulder height fatigues you very much more quickly. As I mentioned, paper size is 125 mil or 5 inches in the old money, and it has the hook and loop style attachment system, which is very good. It does have the dust collection ports, so you should get the correct sandpaper with the holes in it for the dust collection. And as I mentioned, this does pretty well. I did fill it multiple times with gyprock dust, but I found that the vacuum cleaner probably works slightly better. You do need to have some sort of arrangement because of course none of these ports ever are the same as a vacuum cleaner, but once I got that sorted out with a bit of a jury rig, it worked fine. As I mentioned, it does work quite well with the dust collection. It just catches a lot of dust. LXT 18 volt, as I mentioned, so all of my batteries will fit this, and I think it's a great little addition to my kit. Even when my renovation work is finished, that will still be handy as a random orbital polisher for fairly small areas on vehicles as well. Amazon currently has this unit on special in Australian stock for $179.33. As I mentioned, all of the big tool stores are $192, so Amazon is a very good buy. In fact, it comes from the UK to Australian, and $179.33 is a 14% saving, so worth buying from Amazon with the link below. Anyway, okay, the specs on this unit is, as I mentioned, has 3 speeds. A high orbital speed up to 11,000 orbits per minute with a 2.8 mil orbit diameter, and it has a pad brake, prevents aggressive sanding on first contact, and as mentioned, hook and loop paper fastening system, and is LXT 18 volt powered. I cannot find out any information either on the Makita website or any other resellers whether it is brushed or brushless. Since it does not say brushless on it, I would assume that it is a brushed motor. Typical for Makita, this is the first of their random orbital LXT sanders, so I'm sure in 6 months' time they will bring out a brushless version. So far, I'm impressed with this version and very happy with its operation. So, let's talk ratings. On my beer scale, value for money at $173, that's a 14% saving. That's a pretty good buy. It's a it's typical for Makita, very nicely made, has an ergonomically designed handle, so it's very comfortable in the hand, and as I mentioned, as long as you keep your hand below shoulder height, it's very easy to use and you can use it for a long time. So for value for money, I reckon that's a 4.5 out of 5 beers. for functionality, the only reason why I won't give it five beers is because of its weight. Again, if you're smart about setting up and using it, and of course if you're using it on a horizontal surface, then not so bad, because the weight of the tool, you're only guiding the tool. If you're using it to sand a wall on the vertical, it's not bad until you start getting up high. That just means that you've got to be smart about setting up your work area and having either trestles or whatever, so that you can keep the tool below shoulder height. So that's probably my only slight gripe. It is a little bit heavy. We know that the LXT batteries, especially when we start getting up into the higher amp hour rating batteries, do begin to get a little bit of weight to them. But even without the battery, I believe it's 1.1 kilos, so it's actually quite heavy by itself. It's certainly not a heavy tool. It's certainly not a heavy tool by any means. But that's the only reason why I won't give it 5 stars, 4.5 stars. Rightio, well that's it for this week's Frybat, just a short and sharp one. Happy New Year to you anywhere you are in the world, and I will endeavour to get more Frybats more frequently now that we're starting to settle into our new house. And there will be some more house renovation videos coming soon, and most importantly, the shed is being built. Very happy about that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. See you next week.